Hey everybody, we managed to find a huge swordfish today. They packed it up for us. And even put it into the trunk. Once we get home, we can take a closer look at it. The most interesting thing is its pointing nose, which gave the swordfish its name. It pierces other fish with it while hunting. Now this fish is already gutted, and without gills. So this time we decided not to cook it whole, but to cut it up. We cut off the dorsal fin. Then the lateral fins. And the bottom one. We separate off the head. An uneven piece is cut off. So now we cut the fish into thick steaks. We snap the spine with scissors. And we're left with a steak like this. The fish is very soft and cuts just like butter. Our steaks are sliced, and from the remaining part we cut off the tail, and slice alongside the belly. We carefully walk our hands up the spine, and this piece should make 4 fillets. We separate one out, and you can remove the swordfish skin just with your hands. It's pretty simple. The remaining piece is divided into fillets. That's it, they're ready. So from one swordfish we got a head and a spine for a soup set, 4 thick steaks, and 4 sirloin slices. One of the fillets is immediately cut into small pieces for the future fish soup. And we decided to smoke the remaining fillets. For this, we'll need 6 kilograms of cane sugar and 1.5 kilograms of salt. We take a basin, we open the packs of sugar, and pour them in. Now pour in the pack of salt. We mix all this with our hands. Spread out the pieces of fish and sprinkle them so that they are covered with the mixture from all sides. In this basin, we leave it for 12 hours in a cold place. In the morning, we'll see what happened. The salt and sugar have pulled out a lot of the moisture, and the piece becomes thicker. Wipe those down with the paper towels to remove excess sugar. Soak some wood chips in water. And in a large grill on the side, open the compartment and fill in the coals. Throw in an ignition tablet and set it on fire. When the coals have lit, sprinkle them with wet chips and close the grill. Now we put the fish into the next compartment. It is made specifically for smoking. All this should be left for 8 hours. Periodically, we'll add some new chips. Now let's do a Finnish-style fish soup. Pour a bucket of water into a cauldron. And put the fish carcass and the head of the swordfish into the water. And add more water. Now let's throw in 3 whole onions for the broth. Kindle a fire. Cover the cauldron with the lid. Once the water boils, a foam appears. This needs to be cleaned. Throw potatoes and carrots into the sink. Peel the potatoes and cut them into small pieces. Done. Now the broth will boil for an hour. We take out the head, skeleton, and onions. We put the potatoes and a pepper mix and bay leaves into the broth. Cover with a lid and wait for the potatoes to be ready. We throw a piece of butter into the frying pan, pour in some olive oil. For frying, peel the carrots and grate them. We put all this into the frying pan. Now we need an onion, clean, and dice quite finely. This will go into the frying pan as well. There is also a burner on the grill, so we'll make our roast outside. Just fry the vegetables until they become soft. Pour this roast into the cauldron and mix it up. Pour in a liter of cream with a fat content of 20% and chopped pieces of swordfish. Now you just need to put in a good amount of salt and mix it for the last time. Now our finished fish soup is ready. Our fish pieces have been smoking for a very long time. Now they're a nice reddish color. Squeeze out some honey barbecue sauce on top and smear it around. Done. We'll leave that to set. The remaining steaks should be easily and deliciously marinated. So we salt them, pepper, and sprinkle with paprika. Now let's take some oranges and cut them in half. Squeeze the juice out of them. And on the other side, do the same thing. The second half of the grill is gas, so turn on the burners and put the steaks onto a preheated grill. After 5 minutes, turn them over. And close the lid so that the steaks are cooked all the way through. Done. Now let's put them onto a large dish. We also decided to make some grilled vegetables, so we cut a bell pepper into slices. We do the same with the zucchini. and mushrooms on top. A tablespoon of pesto sauce, olive oil, salt, and mix that around with your hands. We'll spread this all out over the grill. After a couple of minutes, we turn it over, and our ready-made grilled vegetables are laid out near the steaks. I think we made something really beautiful. And what about our smoked fish? They turned out with a very beautiful glossy crust. So we'll put them onto a board. And find out that from one swordfish we've prepared steaks with grilled vegetables, 3 smoked pieces of fish and honey barbecue sauce, and 20 liters of finished fish soup. We tried the pure taste of swordfish, that is the steak. And the fish is very soft and boneless. It tastes similar to most white sea fish. Now let's break off a piece of smoked fish. This thing is much tastier. The fish is so salty, smoked, and with a sweet crust on the outside. It is fire. Well, now the finished fish soup. Let's try it. For me, this soup is much tastier than any usual one. The cream gives fat to the broth, and it's just super saturated. The fish chunks are very soft and delicious. And if you want me to fix another type of seafood, then give this video some likes. I didn't say specifically how much the swordfish costs, so that you can guess in the comments. Alright, see you guys.